Sainsbury's started its development group programme back in 2007 with its dairy farmers. We've now expanded that programme to not only include other livestock species but also our milling wheat supply chains and fresh produce too. We set up the group because we've been working in our three-way partnership with Camgrain and Whitworths since 2008 on the supply of British milling wheat into our stores, which was a first for a major retailer in the UK. But we felt it was important with issues around sustainable production that we wanted to get closer to what the growers were doing on farm. Camgrain supply all of the milling wheat that goes into our in-store bakery and also our own label bagged flour. Camgrain is a farmer-owned cooperative with over 300 members, and each year it supplies 60,000 tonnes of milling wheat to Whitworths for Sainsbury's. So today we're on Andrew Bott's farm out near Stevenage. Andrew is one of our milling wheat growers in the Camgrain group.
My great-grandfather bought the farm in 1906 and we've been here ever since, and I'm the fourth generation to take on the farming.
So Andrew is a member of the Camgrain cooperative and he supplies 100% of his milling wheat to them, which in turn ends up in Sainsbury's in-store bakery bread and bagged flour.
There are benefits with having contact with Sainsbury's, definitely. I've been chivied along into becoming more efficient, looking at my costs more and generally becoming a better farmer.
One of the initiatives we're working on with the group is the fuel efficiency project. Many of the farmers in the group were interested in different types of tillage systems and how not only that affects the soil and the land that they're working, but how efficient their fuel use and machinery is as a result. And we've seen from the data there's quite wide-ranging figures in the amount of fuel used to produce a tonne of milling wheat, ranging from around 4.5 litres of fuel up to 15.5.
The fuel efficiency project involves measuring exhaustively the amount of fuel used to grow a tonne of milling wheat. So every time a machine enters a field, we record the amount of fuel it's used to carry out an operation. It is a guide, it's a signpost to how efficient your system is to producing milling wheat. And there we've identified already some quite large disparities between the amount of fuel used to grow a tonne of wheat. I have fairly light land here, which means it's easily workable, so I don't need to cultivate the ground before I drill. I don't need to create a seed bed. I can drill straight into the stubble. The benefit of that is it is much better for the soil. You don't smash up the soil profile and all of the hyphae and the worms and the beetles. You also, because you're not moving the soil, you don't chip the weed seed, so you have less of a weed problem. It also uses much less fuel because you're not moving the whole soil profile, so the drill is much easier to pull. This is the first year we've drilled our crops using this drill, and it was quite a frightening prospect starting off, but everything has come roaring out of the ground in double quick time. We've been drilling into moisture, whereas a lot of people around here have been drilling into dry seed beds, and their crops have yet to emerge. Mine are all up and going well. So not only does this system benefit the environment, but also it benefits me because I'll make more profit, because I'll use less fuel and I need considerably less machinery. At the moment, the group are just looking at fuel efficiency. The end game is the environmental scorecard, which will tell you how efficient you are overall on your farm.
We know we're at the start of a long journey, and this is just one element of a whole range of environmental efficiencies that we can look at on farm with the Camgrain growers.